Yeah, give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing on today? We'll get into it. Sorry about that. Listen, this is a Father with a Dream, starting over Father with a Dream podcast. Once again, how's everybody doing today? Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Appreciate everybody. If you're watching on the playback, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I am your host, 1247. Just call me 12 for short, the great one, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Gentlemen, we're going to get into it today. Listen, this is what we're going to talk about today, gentlemen. Here. Bam. Let's get into it. Developers win. Competitors lose. Fathers on the day. People talking about win, 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 right? You heard the song by DJ Khaled, right? Win, 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 no matter what. Right? Matter of fact, let me see. You talking about win, 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 no matter what, right? Let me see something. But here's the problem, gentlemen. See, all this teaching of winning, right? We're going to win, 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 no matter what. But, gentlemen, here's the problem. What about developers? See, developers are the actual winners. Right? Here. This your song right here? I'll play a couple seconds of it.
DJ Khaled! I'm wearing the crown.
Warriors, I'm mean as a scorpion. Dr. Kavorka.
Yo.
That song gonna play. That's it, man. Get them brothers hand. I'm gonna win, 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 no matter what. But gentlemen, what about the developing? See, I talked about this on one of my other podcasts this morning, talking about winners, right? The difference between developers and winners. Developers and competitors. See, we teach our children to compete, but we don't teach our children how to develop. I'll say this again, gentlemen. We teach our children how to compete, but we don't teach our children how to develop. And gentlemen, as fathers, that's our fault. Because a developer mindset, real quick. See, those who are developing are actual winning. Let's rewind that. Those men who are developing are actual winning. Right? And the thing is, we teach our children to be like this celebrity. You gotta win just like him. You gotta win just like him. You gotta win, 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 win. Cool. But the people who are developing, people who are out here creating your reality, gentlemen, those are the actual winners. Men who are developing are the actual winners. And those who are constantly competing, those are the actual losers. You guys are not ready. Those who are developing are winning. Think about it, right? Like, this thought came to my mind. See, Mark Zuckerberg has never averaged a double-double in his life. But guess what? He's developed Facebook and other things he's developing. And guess what? You go onto his website every day. Bill Gates has never caught a winning touchdown a day of his life. Maybe he did play football or baseball, but once again, he was a quote-unquote geek, right? And the thing is, Bill Gates is out here developing all types of stuff that you're taking every single day. So Bill Gates is winning. See, you're competing. See, you come out to this world. See, the thing as fathers, we tell our children to compete because this is what we're doing. See, we're not in a winner's mindset. Let's rewind that. We're not in a winner's mindset, gentlemen. See, winners, once again, winners develop. Competitors actually lose. Think about it. These men who are actually these men who are behind the scenes. The thing is, people who are developing, they're behind the scenes. They're not. They don't have to be in front of somebody's camera, acting and rapping and dunking basketballs and catching footballs. No, people that are really developing, they don't care about competition. They don't care about competition. We teaching our children to compete all the time. This is how you know you have a loser's mentality, gentlemen. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Just gonna be honest with you. Huh? You may be looking like 12. What are you talking about? Huh? You know, we gotta win, win, win. We gotta win. And my child needs to beat this child over here. And my son needs to average 30 points a game so he can go to college, blah, 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 blah. Gentlemen. That's great. That's great. See, but this kind of goes back to, are you walking in your purpose? See, if you're walking, once again, here you go. Gentlemen, if you're walking in your purpose, have a standard for your life and a vision. Gentlemen, you're not competing against nobody but yourself. You got this SOP. You have a purpose, you have the standard, you have the vision, which makes you a pillar. Gentlemen, you're not worried about competition. You're not competing against anybody. You're not competing against anybody. But the problem is, gentlemen, we're not. A large number of men are not don't even have a purpose. Have no idea why they're even here. So you go back to your default settings. Everything around you is about competing. Think about it, gentlemen. We compete in everything. Everything that we do is about competition. Everything that we do is about competition. We learn it at an early age. Instead of developing with your children, you operating your purpose, you bringing your children in and you guys developing together, creating platforms and things of that nature. Nah, what we do, we bring a child here, we'll go get in this sport, get in this activity, do this, do that. Because we ourselves don't even have purpose. So now we're competitors and we're teaching that same loser mentality to our children. Be a competitor. Compete. I've heard plenty of podcasts talking about something. Oh, if you want to win in life, you got to compete. Well, tell that to Bill Gates. Only competition that Bill Gates has is himself. And this man is out here buying all types of farmland. This man is out here creating his own vaccines and whatnot that you're using. So once again, who's the real winner? Huh? Who's the real winner? You're competing. Bill Gates is developing. Mark Zuckerberg is developing. Buddy who made Tesla and who bought up Twitter, they're developing. Right? They're developing. You're competing. There's a difference. There's a difference. And this is what we need to teach our children. It's about developing. Yes, you go out and compete. You want to work hard and shoot jump shots and catch this and, the same thing on our jobs. Because, think about it. We compete everything. We compete. Hell, I've seen religions out here competing. Huh? Religions out here competing. Who's the best religion? Who's the best? Who's the great? Whose God is greater? My God is greater than your God. Sound dumb. You go to your job, same thing. You're competing. Employee of the month and all this other stuff. Once again, competing. Compete. Meanwhile, while you're in your cubicle or your little stadiums and stuff like this, everything around you is being developed and you have nothing to do with it. So who's really winning in life? I'm gonna say this again. While you're competing, You're competing. You're teaching your child to compete and go to this school and do this and do that and get all these trophies and blah 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 blah. Everything around that area of competition is being developed without you having any input. So at the end of the day, who's really winning? Huh, gentlemen? Who's really winning at the end of the day? When everything around you is being developed and you have nothing to do with it. But then you call yourself a leader. Well, we call ourselves a leader. I'll put myself in there too. We call ourselves leaders, gentlemen, but we have no input on nothing that's going on around us. Nothing. So how are we winning? Huh, gentlemen? Oh, my bad, because you have the nice threads and nice clothing. You have the nice watches. You got a nice car out in the parking lot, gentlemen. That's how you're winning, right? Huh? You think Buddy from Tesla? What is his name? He'll come to me. Buddy that created Tesla. You think he worried about the bling bling? He just created the car that you're trying to drive. See, gentlemen, as a father, I'm trying to get us to come back into the essence of who we were created to be. We are developers by nature, not competitors. We are developers. Yeah, you want to have that competitive edge and this, that, and the third. But gentlemen, at the end of the day, collaboration is way better than competing. What's going to get you to that next level is actually collaboration, not competition. Let's rewind that. What's going to get you to the next level is collaborations, not competing. See, they present competing to you because they want you to be in a lower state at all times. But people on the other side, Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all of them, they're having a different conversation. Let's rewind that. See, they push this competition to the quote unquote poor people. They push that competition stuff to you poor people. But those quote unquote elite, whatever you want to call them, they're having a different conversation, gentlemen. These people are having a different conversation than what you're having. You're focused on trying to beat Buddy across the street. You're trying to beat, my son, my daughter needs to beat him or her. Meanwhile, these quote unquote elite, they're developing, they're creating your whole reality. Everything around you is being created for you. You have nothing to do with that. But you're so focused on, well, my child needs to be there. My house needs to be the best. Hell, even at Christmas time, I see people having competition with the lights. Competition with the lights. No collaboration. I mean, I can't say no collaboration. There's collaborations going on, but I just see, all I see is competition after competition after competition. Competing after competing after competing. And at the end of the day, after all that competing that we're doing, nobody wins. Those who are developing, those are the real winners in life. Those who are always competing, you are the losers. It is what it is. That's the hard reality, including myself. I don't control nothing. Everything around me is being controlled by somebody else. That's not a place we need to be in. That's not a place we need to be in. Not as a father, I can't, this is why, especially here in America, this is why we push our kids to go hard and dribble. We talked about you, gentlemen. Your children are not your meal tickets. See, once you have a competitive mindset, you will use, tongue twister, you will use your child as a meal ticket. Those who are walking in purpose, these are developers. You have no other choice. And on top of that purpose is the standard. And on top of that standard is the vision. These men are developers. These men are not competitors. I don't look at you and be like, oh, I'm going to compete against you. Why would I do that? How is me competing against you? How do we win? How does society grow? How does society develop if everybody's in competition? It doesn't. And this is why we all lose. Everything is about competition. The best car and the this and the that, and who has the best jewelry and the best clothes and who goes to the best schools and this, that, and the third, because you're trying to compete instead of collaborating with the person next to you. And this is why the elite is going to stay elite, and this is why the poor is going to stay poor. Because they're in a totally different mindset. It's not about the money, it's the mindset. Let's rewind that. It's not about the money, it's the mindset. This is why when I go, listen, now I'm gonna be honest. See, when I go around Atlanta, and people talking about community this, community this, and community that. So you can tell who has a strong community by less homeless people on the street. Huh? I'll say that again. You can tell who has a strong community by the homeless people that's on the street. The less homeless people, the stronger the community. The more homeless people, the weak community that you have. Man, you guys are not ready. You guys are not ready. We talk about it, all the time. I walk down the street. Listen, there's I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, once again, this is not a race thing. I don't want to make this a race thing. I want to make this not a race thing. Culture, ethnicity has nothing to do with any of that stuff. I'm stating the facts. I'm walking every day. I see what I see. I see what I see. I see what I don't see. Let's be honest. There's certain groups of people that's not on the street. I've never seen certain groups of people on the streets. I'm just being honest with you. But that's a sense of community. People that come from other countries to here, these people have, they're locked and loaded. This is why you don't see a lot of these immigrant groups coming from over here to the United States. This is why you don't see a lot of these people on the streets, because these people are collaborating, not competing. You can tell, listen, you can tell who are the competitors and who are the developers. You can tell who's competing and who's developing. You can tell. You can tell who's actually a community and a well-knit society, and who are these individuals out here. You can tell. Let's stop playing the game. Certain groups don't have their sons and daughters all up in these activities because you know why? Because they're too busy developing. These certain groups don't go to the same places you go to because they're too busy developing, creating their own reality somewhere else. They're not doing what the competitors are doing. See, competitors are steadily trying to tear each other down. Oh, y'all not ready. Competitors are constantly trying to tear each other down. Constantly trying to one up each other, because everybody in that particular group, especially everybody in that particular group, is an individual, and people who have this individual ideology, you're never going to win. You are never going to win in life if everything is based off individual type basis. No collaboration, or very little collaboration, but everything's about competition. Your group of people are going to fail. And this starts with the fathers. I can't, once again, I told you, gentlemen, I'm not pointing a finger at these women any longer. I'm not pointing a finger at these women any longer. Gentlemen, it starts with the fathers here, especially here in the United States. And those gentlemen who out there doing it, man, hey, congratulations. Give you a hand. You gentlemen got out the rat race and you said, you know what, man? That. Let's develop. And once again, you gentlemen deserve, those gentlemen in those societies, communities who are doing the damn thing, you gentlemen deserve a hand. I see what you gentlemen are doing. I see who is developing. I see who isn't developing. I see the fathers who are teaching their children to develop, and I see the fathers who aren't. I see it. I see it. The ones who are developing, they're not at the club. Oh, man, let's rewind that. Fathers who are developing are at no club, are at no strip club, wasting time. Bill Gates, you see Bill Gates at some local strip club? No. You see Mark Zuckerberg at the local strip club? No, because these men are developing. Warren Buffett, all these men who are at the top. You see these men out and about with the competitors? Hell no. What conversation you gonna have with Mark Zuckerberg when you focused on your local sports team? Yes, I do have a Mets hat, but once again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched the Mets game in probably years. I just like the hat. Plus, I'm from New York. But once again, these people that at the top of the top, they're in collaborations. Collaboration. They're always collaborating. But it's funny how when you come down the quote unquote totem pole or the pyramid, I don't know what you want to call it. The people, the mass majority who's on the bottom, these people are always competing. This is why when you see when the disease came out 3 years ago, this is why you see people going to war over toilet paper. Because everything is competition. See, they keep you competing so you don't rise. Let's rewind that. This is why they keep pumping competition out there, because they don't want you people that's quote unquote on the bottom to rise. If I help you, you help me. I help this person, that person. Once again, people can be people can be pillars. Control your own destiny, create your own reality. But if you're constantly in a state of competition, nothing gets done. Hell, I've seen people, like I said, what I say before, I've seen people compete religions. I mean, religion is a competition? I've seen it. My religion's better than your religion, but at the end of the day, nobody's winning. Nobody's more free than the next person. Meanwhile, all this stuff is going on around you. Stuff is being, I don't really want to get political, but all this stuff is a lot of things being put in schools, a lot of things are being done right in your face, but it doesn't matter as long as I can see LeBron James score 25 and 10 and 6 assists, then I'm cool with that. Stuff is going around you all the time, gentlemen. When are you going to get to a mindset of developing? Developers win, competitors lose. Developers, those who creating their own reality, they're continuously winning. Those who are continuously competing are really losing. Over and over again, gentlemen. It's not even close right now. Constant competition, constant, always competing. And always losing. But hey, as long as I'm doing better than the next person, So the next person is competing against you, and both of you at the end of the day are losers. Both of you competing. You got family versus family, this versus this versus that. I mean, hell, man, hell, what was that when the chicken sandwich came out? When the chicken sandwich came out from Popeyes years ago, people were going to war over chicken sandwiches. But somehow you're winning? Somehow you're winning. You're going to war over chicken sandwiches. You're going to war over toilet paper. You're going to war over napkins. You're going to war over ketchup. You're going to war over frozen meat. You're going to war over potato chips. Hell, I done seen somebody get man, sad to say, when I was back in DC, I done seen somebody on the news. It's crazy. I seen somebody on the news literally get killed over some fried chicken. I'm not making this a race thing or ethnicity thing, but that was crazy. Seeing somebody get killed over some fried chicken wings. Somebody's not breathing right now. They're in the ground over some $20 chicken wings. Somebody's dead over some fried chicken. Huh, gentlemen? This is what a competitive mindset does. You have to win at all costs. It doesn't matter if I gotta shoot somebody, stab somebody over some chicken wings. Huh? Somebody is not here on earth because somebody was competing to get the last chicken wing. This was in Washington, D.C. a couple years ago. No, it's more than a couple years. It's about, that story came out about 7, 8 years ago. Somebody lost their life over a chicken wing because that's how much indoctrinated in the indoctrination that we have been in. Everything is about competition. Me, me, me. And this is why you will lose. Oh man, you got to compete to do this. I mean, listen, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, people who are really developing are collaborating. People who are really winning in life are developing, and that developing comes from collaborating. You guys out here fighting over politics. I told when I used to drive Uber and Lyft, people out here, this and left and right and conservative and liberal and all that other stuff. I'm like, the left versus right and the donkey and the elephant, all that stuff. And I told a couple people, want to talk about politics, driving in DC, everybody wants to talk about politics. I'm like, listen, when those cameras go off, those people are the best of friends. When the cameras come on, when these lights come on, the cameras come on, of course, they'll play the role to put you in a competition. Well, you guys do this, and well, no, you guys do that. You think like this. Once again, the joke is on you. The joke is on you. These people up in Congress, man, they're living well. These people out here, listen, those cameras go off, man. Them people at the local bar, they probably had some special bar underground somewhere, drinking, having fun, laughing at you. You about to go to war over their acting. They created a scenario, you sucked it up, and now all of a sudden you're at war while these people over here having a good time. I tell you fathers all the time, listen, if calamity were to hit the United States, who can you collaborate with for your survival? Who will you build with for your survival? Your family and their family. probably because a couple other families. Who will you develop with? Who will you collaborate with? If really hit the fan, who can you bond with? Can your family bond with that family? Can your family get with this family? Seriously, gentlemen, you worry about some sports team and some actors and bunch of distractions. Gentlemen, there's real live things that's going on right now. Are you developing? Do you have a plan for your family? Huh? If really hit the fan, gentlemen, do you have a plan for your family? If the lights were to go out indefinitely, gentlemen, do you have a plan for your family? How is it that we're just so comfortable? We don't think down the road. We don't think. We don't plan. We don't do nothing. We gentlemen, we just sitting here like everything's cool. But buddy over here and buddy over there is trying to stunt on me, man. Man, that. Somebody's trying to stunt on you. See, this is what I'm saying, John. This we have. There's so many men in this little boy mindset. So many men, especially here in the United States, have this little boy mindset. Not counting up the cost, not operating in purpose, don't have a standard for your life, don't have a vision on top of that, gentlemen. We just out here, we just coasting, and we got the nerve to call ourselves a man. No plan for your life. They're out here making children. Don't teach that same nonsense to your children. No plan for your life, no plan for their life. But somehow we're winning because I have a nice house or I have a nice car in my driveway. Poor man's mentality. Competition after competition. I've seen it too many times. This is why, like my children, man, I got to switch it up with my children. I know the mom got them in different activities, but man, it's time to start developing with my babies. I'm 100% locked into developing with my babies. It's time. I've done some things to secure the brand and stuff like that because I'm getting to a point. It's time to separate. You guys want to compete, stay over there because those type of people are really dangerous. Ah, man, let's rewind it. People who are constantly in competition, I'm telling you right now, these are some dangerous people. People who are constantly in competitive mode and I gotta be better. I gotta do this. I'm looking at you. I gotta be better than you. These are children. And those type of people are dangerous. These people can hurt you. That's why you people need to, those who are developing, you need to move away. This is why Mark Zuckerberg, he's not around you competitive people. He's not around you. Bill Gates is not around you. Bill Gates is out here developing. He's creating his own reality, buying up hundreds of acres of land, farmland. So he's grown his own crops. Why can't you do that? I'm pretty sure he's collaborating. Him and his buddies collaborating made that happen. Come on, gentlemen. This is what I'm saying. It's not about being cool anymore, gentlemen. We gotta be grown adults. We gotta lead. Gentlemen, we got to lead. And people who are, first of all, operating in purpose, have a standard and a vision for their life, gentlemen, these are bona fide leaders. It's time to develop, gentlemen. Well, I mean, I already said it before. There's curriculums and things going to schools, gentlemen, that people don't like. But do you gentlemen have control over that? No, because you in la la land, huh? You just in la la land. I'm okay with the okay. I'm just okay as long as I can do this, and long as I can go to the club, and as long as I got some nice bling bling and all that stuff. Gentlemen, this is what life is about. I'm just talking about here in the United States. But hell, there's other brothers out here doing doing things. I mean, I'm gentlemen. It's just Developing. It doesn't matter what class, middle class, upper class, whatever. Developing. Do you have control of your reality right now? Can you walk outside and say, listen, I'm in control of all of this that's around me? Can you say that? Can you walk outside right now and say, I'm in control of everything that's around me? I know exactly what's going on around me because I've created this. Can you say that right now? Because I can't. And that's a problem. Definitely for me. I can't say that, gentlemen. I can't walk outside this apartment and say, this is not even my apartment. I can't walk outside and say I got control of anything that's going on around me, gentlemen. I'm at mercy just like you are. And this is what I'm trying to change for myself. And I'm trying to preach this to you, gentlemen. You gentlemen need to be in control of your own environment. It's great that you got that nice house, but gentlemen, I can't be at mercy. I can't be at somebody else's mercy. That's not a good look, as they would say. That's not a good look. But in order to really win, you have to develop. You have to collaborate. Gentlemen, you got to put down the ego. You got to put the pride to the side. Gentlemen, we got to come together. Because once again, your manhood is being challenged every single day, gentlemen. Masculinity, especially here in the United States, is being challenged big time. What are we gonna do, gentlemen? Just sit back and it is what it is. As long as I can watch my football and go to the strip club, and man, these kids are getting on my nerves, and I just need to go to the bar and just drink away and all this stuff, gentlemen. We just poor excuses for men, poor excuses for fathers. Then you expect children to come out here and to make better decisions than us? Gentlemen, it's not gonna happen. I know we've been taught to, we gotta protect and provide for our families. Gentlemen, that's great. But what are you developing with your family? Huh? What are you developing with your family? I told you, gentlemen, a house divided cannot stand. You can't be somewhere, your children somewhere, and your wife or child's mother, whoever, whatever you want to call her, is somewhere else. You got a whole house and you going in three different directions. And you think you're winning because you have what? A nice car? Oh, my kids go to the nice schools. Okay, cool. So what are you developing with your children? What are you developing with your wife? Child's mother, what do you want to call it? Your partner. I don't know. That's your business. What are you developing? Men who develop win. People who are always competing are losers. I know that's totally different from what you heard. I know you heard win, win, win. I know I just played the Khaled song, a little snippet of the Khaled song. They talking about winning this, that, and the third. But guess what? All those guys in that song, guess what? They're collaborating. They're telling you to win, but on the other side of that, they're collaborating. Do you think these entertainers, these multimillionaire guys who are in the entertainment business, you think that they are here trying to compete against each other? No, they don't care. But what they are doing is behind the scenes collaborating, getting this done, getting that done. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that a lot of us competitors don't see. And I'm telling you, I'm just putting this out there as a father to another father, gentlemen. It's time to develop. It's time to collaborate. Put down the ego. This King Kong stuff, gentlemen, has to stop, man. We have to humble ourselves. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know what I'm not the best of the best at everything, gentlemen. There's a lot of weak points that I have, but gentlemen, it is what it is, man. It's time to collaborate. Control your own destiny. Create your own reality, gentlemen. That's gonna be some real work. It's coming listen, it's coming crunch time where you're gonna see the is and the ain'ts. You're gonna see the competitors and the developers. And the thing is, people who are developing are moving away from the people who are competing. Hold on, let's rewind that. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. People who are developing are moving away from the competitors because nothing grows in a place of competition. Let's rewind that. Nothing is going to grow in a place where people are always competing. Nothing grows. And this is what nobody's telling you. Nothing is going to grow if you're constantly in a state of competition. People are going to destroy each other if they're constantly in competition mode. If you're in a place where competing is at an all-time high, you might want to move away because that particular area is going to destroy itself. People are going to destroy themselves. This is what happens all the time. A place where competing is at an all-time high, these people are going to be the first ones to destroy themselves. I'd say facts. High competition, high destroyers. Competing doesn't make you better. It actually makes you worse. It doesn't make you a better man because you're competing. I can beat him, or I got to compete for this job. I hear it all the time. I've heard podcasts all the time. You got to compete. You got to get up and you got to compete. And you got to do this. You got to do that. No, see, my friend, competition is just going to put you at odds with the person next to you. So you call yourself a team, but at the end of the day, you're competing against this person that's next to you for a position. Think about it. John, but think about it. At the end of the day, the developer has won because the developer has created the competition. The developer has created the platform that you can compete on. At the end of the day, the developer wins, not the competitors. We're pushing our kids to go to this school. We're pushing our kids to go to these colleges. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But those who've created the school, who created the platform, who created this Division I, whatever school, they're the ones that's winning. And I get it, the thing is a lot of people want to be entertained nowadays. It's not even, people developing, that's boring. Right? That's boring. Nobody wants to see the development of Facebook. Nobody wants to see the Bill Gates developing this, coming up with a plan to do X, Y, and Z. Nobody wants to see that because that's boring. Nobody wants to see your man from Tesla develop these new cars, these new electric cars, because that's boring. But instead, you want to see LeBron James go for 68 points and break the NBA all-time scoring record. That's fun. Right? These stadiums being built, somebody's a developer, the team owner and developers collaborated, came together to build these stadiums so you could be entertained. These men are winning. Those of you who are in competition mode, you're losers. They're the rich. That's why they're the rich and you're poor. Now, when I say poor, I'm talking about the top. I ain't talking about, okay, you might have nice little something in the bank. You got your little nice house and all that good stuff. No. Compared to Bill Gates, yeah, we all poor. Let's be honest. If you're not on that type of level, yeah, we poor. That's my bar. If I'm not up there with Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all those top guys, Forbes top 10 list and all that stuff, John, we poor. I don't care how many cars you got in your driveway. I don't care what you got in your bank account. If you're not up there with those guys, gentlemen, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just going to be honest. We are poor. Hell, you could be rich and still be poor. I'll say it again. You could be rich and still be poor. Shoot, gentlemen, of course, there's levels to this. There's people say there's a difference between the rich and the wealthy. Yeah, there is a difference between rich and the wealthy. Ain't nothing wrong with being rich and having these nice things, but when you wealthy, you ain't got to show nothing. You listen. I'm creating your reality. See, Bill Gates can say, "Listen, I'm creating your reality." This man buying hundreds of acres of farmland. He's going to start developing fruits and things he's growing, and you're going to eat from the things he's developing. He's the winner. Bill Gates develop quote unquote vaccines that you've taken. He's the winner. Well, you got your diamond necklace and your Gucci and all that stuff. No, Bill Gates is the real winner. Bill Gates doesn't have to come out here with no bling bling, with no red bottoms and nothing like that. He's the real winner in life, not you. He's creating your reality. He's controlling your reality. He's the winner, not you. This is what I'm saying, gentlemen. Developers win, competitors lose. Plain and simple. Developers win, competitors lose. Once again, I don't care. I don't care what podcast you listen to, and they're talking about you gotta win, you gotta get up and win this. What are you developing, my friend? Stop listening to these people distract you. I'm trying to give you the real spill. People who are developing are winners. People who are constantly competing, you're the losers. These people know this. This is why they keep pumping this competition stuff out on the radio and out on TV. Everything is competition and win. You got to do this. You got to look better than him. You got to do this better than him. Same thing with women too. Competition. I got to look better than her and BBL. All types of wild stuff, gentlemen. At the end of the day, we all losing. I'm not going to be in a place where competition is at an all-time high, gentlemen. These type of people are going to destroy themselves. Instead of being the greatest version of yourself, you're trying to beat this person. You're trying to beat him. You're trying to beat them. Him over there. I got to come in. I see it all the time. Right? Now, once again, I know this stuff is innocent, but once again, we got to change. We got to change the mindset. Even myself, I'm looking for a little dog, something like that. And I'm looking for those little French bulldogs, and it's like everybody's selling a French bulldog, but it's then you got these different shows, right? I know people out there collaborating, so I'm not gonna say it's all about competition, but it's just like, I get it. We all come together, see who has the best this and see who has the best that. Car shows, car competition, this competition, that competition. I get it. This is what our lives have been built upon. Competition after competition, win after win after win. I gotta look good so I can beat you. I see it all the time. I see bodybuilding and stuff like that. I see it. There's nothing wrong with being healthy. You want to, body build and get ripped up and all that good stuff. I see it, man. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock anybody who competes, who's built their life off of competing. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, once you get locked into that competition, you got nothing else for anybody else, right? You spend all that energy competing, but when you come out here, once you get out here into the real world, you don't have no time. You don't have energy to develop anything. You spend all that time and all your energy competing. When you come out here where you were a big fish in a small pond, but when you come out here into the real world and you come out here into the ocean, you have no energy to do anything. You can't develop nothing. You can't collaborate with nobody because you spent all your time competing. And this is where I say the mindset of us fathers needs to change ASAP. Instead of competing, let's collaborate. Let's collaborate. What can we build? Think about it. You got men that come together on one accord. Doesn't matter what hue of flesh we are in. You're on one accord. We got the same mindset. Let's come out here and build something. You know how this world that we live in would look different if men would just come together and be like, you know what? F the religion, the government, the baseball, football, basketball teams, with the ethnicity, the culture, the race, and we just gonna come together and we just gonna create and we're gonna create something for ourselves because it feels good to come into your own neighborhoods and building stores and stuff like that. John, you know how good that feels? Instead of everything being divisive and this and that. And I mean, constant, you hear the constant talk about racism and this, that, and the third. Who's the better race? Who's the superior race? All that dumb shit, man. Nobody gives a at the end of the day about no dumb superior race. Nobody cares. You think you get what trophy are you getting for being a superior race? Huh? What trophy are you getting for being a superior race? We're the superior race. Okay, cool. So who's rewarding you for being superior race? What award do you get for being superior to everybody else? What, seriously? Huh? Who is rewarding you for being the superior race? Who's rewarding you? Is somebody rewarding you for being superior race? What about religion? Is somebody rewarding you for being the best religion? No? I go on. I mean, it's competition. Everywhere I see is always a competition. It's not about collaboration. It's who's trying to be the best. My thing is, who's going to reward you for being the best whatever? Where does your reward come from? Seriously, where does your reward come from? Because if I'm competing against all of you, who's going to reward me? I'm the superior. I'm this, I'm that. I'm above everybody. So once again, who's going to reward me for beating all of you? Huh? Who's going to reward me? Cool. I'm superior. I'm better than all of you and everything. Everything that I do, I'm just superior. I'm this, I'm that. Who's going to reward me for being superior and being the best out of all of you? Exactly. Nobody. And at the end of the day, we all lose. We all lose. And it's people who are developing, they're going to get to, if calamity were to hit the United States or wherever, these people that's developing, they're going to collaborate, and they probably got something already planned. They probably already got something already built somewhere. You probably have no idea because you're too busy trying to compete against this person, and that person. You know, at the end of the day, we all lose. We all lose. So yeah, gentlemen, it has to. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. You gentlemen had to think about this. You fathers out here, this is what you have to have a developer mindset. A developer mindset is way greater than a competitor mindset. Facts. Can I get an oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Can I get an oh yeah again?
Oh yeah.
A developer mindset is greater than a competitor mindset. Developers always win at the end of the day, beginning and end. because they're creating the beginning and end. Yeah. You're competing while somebody else is developing. They win, you lose. Developers always win at the end of the day, beginning and end of the day. They win, you lose. But go ahead, keep competing. You got it. Keep listening to broadcasts that's telling you you got to get up and you got to compete. I got to compete for this spot and compete for that spot and compete for this spot. Why don't you just develop the spot yourself? Let's rewind that. Instead of competing for a spot for X, Y, and Z, why don't you just create one? Huh? I'll say that again. Instead of competing for a spot, why don't you just collaborate with other people to create your own spot? Why can't we just do that? What's so hard about doing that? Seriously, what's so hard about doing that? Oh, then egos have to come down. Personalities have to come down. I got to see eye to eye. We got to put all these barriers we don't put up for each other. All that stuff has to come down because at the end of the day, gentlemen, we all losing. Think about it. We all losing. It doesn't matter if what skin tone, race, and all that stuff, gentlemen. We all losing at the end of the day. Not we all, but I mean, mass majority of us are losing, especially here in the United States. We're losing. Hell, you gentlemen could be watching from other countries. You're losing too. I see it all the time. These different countries, guys got classism and colorism and all these isms. But if a real calamity were to hit your country, you're losing as well. This is what I'm saying. We have to change the mindset from a competitor mindset to a developer mindset. That's what I'm on right now. I don't care about competition. I'm getting away from all competition. Because when I look at the mirror, I am my only competition. My only competition is myself. Me. It will never be you. I don't even see you as my competition. Now the thing is, when I see other people doing shows and whatever they are developing, I get inspired, but I would never compete with you ever. I would never compete with you. That's what this is what little boys do. Constantly, we gotta develop. That's where I'm on. That's what I'm on. That's all I gotta say, man. Once again, appreciate everybody. Give yourself a hand. Everybody. Thank you. Once again, checking out my show. This is Starting Over Father with a Dream podcast. Excuse me, I am your host, 1247, but just call me 12 for short. Once again, gentlemen, just switch your mindset from a competitor mindset to a developer mindset. Developers win, competitors lose. It's just that simple. Just that simple. But anyways, man, if you guys can donate to the channel, if you guys are watching this on Spotify or Anchor, whatever, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you guys can donate to the Cash App, you guys see on the bottom there, $1247 Clothing Company. PayPal is at @SIMON 1247. Please, guys, show me some love. Donate. I'm just trying to make these shows better and better. Once again, you guys, gentlemen, have a good day. But like I said, just take this in mind. I know this sounds weird. This sounds out the box. But gentlemen, I'm going to say this again. Developers win. Competitors lose. It's time to, if you gentlemen want to be elite and this, that, and the third, you got to think how they think. I'll tell you this right now. These people, Bill Gates and those guys are at the top. They're not competing against each other. They're not. They're collaborating with each other. They're collaborating with each other all day, every day. They're developing. We are using the things that these men develop every single day. We're using these tools every single day. Every single day, these guys develop something and we use it here. The competitors use it. You got to switch your mindset. You got to switch. It's time to switch. So it's time to switch it up, man. It's time to do something different. This is what I'm on. It's time to collaborate. It's time to be with men who are trying to develop. If you're developing, hey, let's collaborate. Let's come together. Let's make some things happen. But if you want competition and this, I don't have time. I don't care. Once again, I don't care about these sports teams. I like the hat, but I don't care about these sports teams. I don't care about no club and day party and strip club. I don't care about none of that shit. That's what I'm on. Call me weird, call me corny. I don't care. I don't give a what you call me. But guess what? If something bad were to happen, guess what? Who are you gonna run to? Stop playing, man. You guys have a good one. I'm out. Peace.